Good afternoon, everyone. I figured I would just come on here and talk a little bit about what's been going on. Almost reaching about a year of doing these videos. I'm going to call them video journals. If you look back at my first video, obviously I was like, I did not want to get back in front of the camera ever and face the reality, I guess, of things. It's like I'm a completely different person than I was when I started. I've grown a lot and learned a lot. It's my cat. Come here, baby. Be my kitty. Meow, meow, meow. So I wanted to get on here a little bit and talk about disassociation. What is disassociation? There's many different variables of it. I was reading a lot about it because I had a discovery most recently with my therapist that I disassociated with all of my feelings. All of them. Going through life on autopilot. It's part of my codependency. It's part of the coping mechanism and adapting, right? And usually when I disassociate, I guess I'm just replacing it with eating a lot of food, drinking a lot of alcohol, over splurging or spending, or using excessive amount of social media, just to kind of numb those feelings. It took me a very long time to realize, wow, I disassociate with most of my life. It wasn't until the most recent event with my husband that I felt anger for the first time in a very long time. Like it all came to surface and I was like, I'm angry. I haven't been angry in a long time because I'm always just trying to see the good, see the positive, and it's also a codependent thing. And so with that being said, I just didn't even want to be with myself at that moment when I felt the anger. I know how the cat from 2007, 8 used to be, 2009. I used to take jabs and stabs at people, use my words with nastiness and like poke the fire more or less, right? And now that I'm feeling that anger again, I'm like, I can't do this because I know there's no coming back from this, right? So sitting in this comfortably, what is the word that I use? Comfortably uncomfortable feeling and just sitting in it. And I'm angry. And my husband is asking when we can work on ourselves. He's trying to push through it. And I'm like, I'm feeling anger for the first time. I'm like, I don't even want to be with myself right now. That's how angry I am. And I just, I know that he had to leave. I had to have him leave because it was just going to get worse. It was just going to get worse. Because he became a main focus of mine because he was in the house and I had to avoid him and I had to keep my guard completely up because I feel not safe. I feel like I can't express myself. I can't be really happy because he's going to try to feed off of that happiness that I'm happy. And I don't want people feeding off of me anymore. Especially people that have manipulated and used me to the point of that put me where I am. So I just, it was a crazy understanding, and my therapist really just helped me work through it. And he had asked me, he's like, how do you feel about this situation? And I'm like, then I go on talking about how his feelings, how he feels. And I'm like, and then the therapist is like, see, you went right back to talking about his feelings. And I was like, oh my God. And I started crying because I'm like, I don't know how I feel I'm like the what is that background video game player that doesn't have any like actual point in their life. And I never really felt my feelings, never expressed, never really felt heard. It was all about my husband, always about my husband around the clock, because when I expressed my feelings, he would play victim. He would be like, oh, I'm the bad guy, and he would never hear me out. So I didn't want to cause conflict, so I just went on with the bullshit for 10 plus years. And now I'm paying for it. Now I have to set boundaries. Now I have to stand my ground because I'm tired. I'm tired of being walked all over. And I did this to myself ultimately. It's not his fault. I enabled his behavior by not standing up for myself. So, I take full responsibility and accountability for that. And I see it for what it is. I don't know if he'll ever see it for what it is, but I do. And it's going to take a while before I can move on. And it's going to take time for me to stand with myself and express my feelings regardless of what the other person says. Because my intent is never to hurt the other person. If they're triggered by what I say, it's something that they need to learn. And I've always been afraid because I was always so insecure in the beginning, and I don't want to lose that person, so I'm not going to state what I really want to state. And now I'm here at the age going to be 35, finally figuring this out. So do yourself a favor, younger generation. Figure it out. Figure it out for you. Don't go seeking love and being needy of love, because all you need is yourself and your love for yourself. And I guess that's all I really have to say for today. It's been an interesting outcome so far. I have to stay present. I have to be with the now, because I don't know what the future brings. I'm leaving it up to my higher power. Anyways, hope you all have a great day.